What's up, Jared here? Today we had the weekly setup review of Monday Night Raw. This was the Raw Holiday Special. This show was really good. They started the show with Judgment Day coming out. Pretty much all rise for the Judgment Day. And then R-Truth came out. R-Truth pretty much telling them that they forgot him. And he got up in Jamie McDonoug's face. He's like, we need to squash our beef. We need to have a match right now. And Jamie McDonoug's like, okay, we need to have a match in a Christmas street fight thing. There was Christmas trees all around the ring. There's all sorts. There's candy cane, kendo sticks. R-Truth and Jamie McDonough had actually a pretty decent match. R-Truth is beating on Jamie McDonough. Jamie McDonough was laying down. He goes out and to hug Downward Mysterio. Then Downward Mysterio throws R-Truth into the post. Then R-Truth super kicked Downward Mysterio. Then he went flying into a Christmas tree, as I have Dominic there laying out with a Christmas tree on top of him. It was something like that. And then R-Truth and Jamie McDonough R-Truth hit his scissor kick move, almost won, and then Jamie McDonough had him up on the top rope, about to give him a superplex, and then R-Truth pushed him and fell on top of him through the table, and he got the 1, 2, 3 count. And also they made Damian Priest said the loser leaves Judgment Day, so Jamie McDonough lost. So that means Jamie McDonough leaves Judgment Day and R-Truth joins. How about that? That's freaking awesome. R-Truth is so freaking funny, and he's great. He should be in Judgment Day. Next up was probably my favorite match of the show. This was so good. Miz versus Gunther. Who Miz loses, he cannot challenge for the Intercontinental title as long as Gunther is champ. They put on a banger match. It was 30 minutes long. There was a couple times I really thought for a second Miz was gonna win. They had me on my feet. I was standing, just so I was oh my gosh, because there was one, he hit the stall crushing finale and rolled him up a certain way. It was so close. It was a millisecond away from 1, 2, 3. And then the one that really thought I was oh my god, they're gonna give it to Miz, was he had him Gunther kicked out of the first skull crusher for now. So he got him on top of the turnbuckle. They were on the top rope and gave him a skull crusher for now from there. But Gunther rolled out of the ring. I was oh my god. And then he got him back in the ring, gave him another one. Went to go get him another one, but Gunther ended up clotheslining him, powerbomb, and another powerbomb, and then 1, 2, 3. Gunther retains. This was a really, really good match. But now Miz cannot challenge for the Intercontinental title as long as Gunther stays champ. I got a feeling it's either, I think it's going to be LA Knight that's going to dethrone Gunther. That's what at least it should be. Even though they're not on the same brand, it should be LA Knight. Next up was I think it's Ivar. I always get these two mixed up. Ivar had a match against Kira Tozawa. Quick match. It was just a squash match to put over Ivar. Ivar absolutely dominated him. Quick, I think it was 2 minutes long. 1, 2, 3. Ivar wins. But that was pretty boring, but this match was really good. Next up was Shinsuke Nakamura telling the American Nightmare Before Christmas. Not the Nightmare Before Christmas, the American Nightmare Before Christmas. He had a Christmas tree all with Cody ornaments and his big book that had the American Nightmare logo on it. Said the American Nightmare Before Christmas. He was backstage reading the book. He couldn't even finish the story before Cody Rhodes attacked him, beating him up backstage. They were brawling all through backstage. Ended up coming through the crowd, jumping the barricade, and then beating the holy hell out of each other up in the by ringside into those security guards, and breaking them up when Cody got on top of the announce desk, pretty much staring down Shinsuke Nakamura. They have a match announced for the holiday special, not the holiday special, the holiday tour they have. It's gonna be I think it's December 27th or something, that they're gonna have a match, and it's a house show. It's not even on TV, so that kind of sucks. It's a bull rope match too, so that should be good, but I guess we'll never get to see it. Mid-show, Kofi Claus came out. It's Kofi Kingston dressed up Santa Claus. I don't have any Santa clothes for him, so I just put him in all red and a red hat with Jared the King of Lawler, throwing stuff to the crowd and everything, and then left. Seth Rollins came out, cutting a promo pretty much saying that he's still the dominant champion, and that in 2 weeks and day 1, it's gonna be a special Monday Night Raw, because it's on January 1st and the new year, so they're gonna be calling it a day 1 special show. That he'll be defending the title against Drew McIntyre. When he said that, obviously here comes Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre came out, got in the ring, had a really emotional promo with Seth Rollins today, and how he needs that title, because when he finally had his moment, there was nobody there for him. He's like, I've been sacrificing everything, not seeing my family, and now I can't even go back and talk to my family because they're all gone. So it's a very sad promo. But then Seth Rollins is like, man, I just cannot understand you, Drew. He's like, I want to believe you, but also at the same time, he goes, you're beating up everybody for no reason. He goes, I don't know if I can trust you. And then Seth Rollins goes to leave the ring. Drew McIntyre goes to attack him. Seth Rollins ducks. Super kicks Drew McIntyre out of the ring. And then Seth Rollins suicide dives, takes out Drew McIntyre. But then Drew McIntyre gets right back up. Throws Seth Rollins' head into the barricade with those electric screens and cracked the thing. Because it glitched and you could see like there was like the glass was cracked. And I'm like, dang. He hit his head hard. And then he like did the other crazy like catapult slam, like when he's on his back and slams him over his head, face first into the steel steps, laying out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins holding his arm hit weird, and Drew McIntyre standing tall over Seth Rollins. 2 weeks from now, on day 1, they'll be fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. Next up, Kofi Claus came out again, and he was giving out presents, and this time the Imperium, Gunther's goons, Ludwig Kaiser and Da Vinci, are beating up Kofi Claus. And when Jey Uso music hits, coming out of the ring, save Kofi Claus, beats up Imperium, and then challenges Ludwig Kaiser to a match. It was a pretty quick match, not super long. Jey Uso ended up picking up the victory. And then backstage, had a quick promo with an interview with Kofi Claus telling him he needs to watch he needs to be more careful and everything. But that was a pretty quick thing. I found the Kofi Claus thing pretty funny several times, seeing Kofi Kingston dressed up as Santa Claus all night. But when he was getting beat up, he got like unmasked from being Santa Claus, and commentators like, oh my gosh, it's Kofi Kingston. Like they never even realized it. It was kind of goofy, but I always found it funny. The main event of the evening was the Creed brothers that won the tournament, the number 1 contenders against Damian Priest and Finn Balor for the undefeated tag titles. This match was really good. They were in the Creed brothers' hometown, and also Seth Rollins, because they're both from Iowa. But I really thought they were going to win for a second. They hit their finisher that nobody's kicked out of yet. It's when the one goes on the top rope. It's like a bowling ball or like a boulder hitting you, taking you out. It was 1, 2, 3, and he just barely kicked out. I was like, oh my god. At first, I thought they were going to win the titles. They're in their hometown and everything. Having been defeated, I was like, oh my gosh. But nope. Judgment Day ended up retaining. Damian Priest gave one of the Creed brothers his typical choke slam. 1, 2, 3. They retained the undisputed tag titles. This show was a pretty good Monday Night Raw, I gotta say. Also, Becky Lynch and Nia Jax had a promo announcing that they're gonna have a match at day 1, and that was pretty much Monday Night Raw. Definitely the best part of the show was Gunther versus Miz. Absolute banger match. I mean, like, Gunther, unbelievable, great title reign. I'm like, he's having the best title reign literally in the company, better than Roman. Roman freaking never wrestles now. He's had 2 title defenses the whole entire goddamn year. This man defends his title on and on. I'm like, Seth's title reign isn't terrible, but Gunther is definitely the best champion in WWE by far. This match was very good, and I'm loving the R-Truth stuff, and I'm really liking this Cody and Shinsuke stuff. But overall, this was a really good Monday Night Raw. I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. This is Jared W. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more wrestling figure content. I'll see you guys in the next one.